Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to the Clippers. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
Yeah, they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
Yeah, Greg, I think you're right there. At major turning points, they miss a series of shots, they make some mistakes, and it led to the wipeout.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, when Devin Booker's father finished his playing career in Europe, Devin, who was then 15, moved from Michigan to Mississippi to train with him. Devin said it was a culture shock, but it was the best decision I ever made. I was a student of the game, but I never understood the grind. He instilled that, and it stuck with me. Kevin?
And that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, DA. For the two teams tonight, Brent, it's been a rough ride as of late. Everything seems to be working against you. What do you do to try to right the ship, get back on track?
There are sometimes during the seasons, Kevin, where you need to be reminded of what training camp was supposed to represent for your team. So you get 30 games in and 40 games in. Maybe you lose track of what the mantra was for camp and how you wanted to set that foundation. That could be a thing tonight for this team. Remember what training camp was for you. Bring that message to the floor.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. All out there with Paul George. Then it's Ingram. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Scoring has never been an issue for Booker, but as he grows into a bigger role, Brent, on this team, you'll want him to do more than just score.
Of course, a remarkable shooter. You'd like his shot selection to get better. And you'll wonder, as this team grows and grows around what Devin Booker has in terms of his potential, where it is that he could go.
Now, here's George. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Devin Booker. Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Here's James. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. They set the screen. Ingram, a three-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. On defense, the Lakers. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
And George kicks to LeBron. Back to George. Screen by Ibaka. Pass to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram setting a pick for Ball. Off the screen. That shot off. Good D by Bledsoe. Booker outside. And it's Chris in the corner. Bledsoe outside. And Booker kicks to Jackson. And the dunk by Booker.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
It's George on the wing. Rebound by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
Well, you can learn a lot about yourselves, and coaches can learn about the confidence in their players. So back to the drawing board, get in the gym, and look forward to the next opportunity.
Now here's Booker. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass the ball. And here is James. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
And LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Here's Booker. A 24-point outing in their last game against Portland. There's a screen by Chris. Booker with it. George picks him up. Bledsoe for three. Second chance shot. And it's sent back by George. Ingram dishes to Ibaka. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ball with the bucket.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Now here's Booker. He has 6. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. There's a screen by Chris. Puts up a 3. Good. Nice assist from Booker. Chris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. George with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now here's Bledsoe. There's a screen by Chris. Bledsoe outside. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Jackson with the block.
Well, Jackson is an impressive defender, using his huge wingspan to turn away shots.
Count it from 12. Jackson's got his first points of the game. You know, Brent, the one thing we've seen from Coach Earl Watson is that he has a very good working relationship with his roster. His players have always said they have the trust of their coach.
Well, that's the key buzzword for what it is that Earl Watson wants to do with this young ball club, is that he wants to grow as they grow, and he wants to know that at all times Earl Watson has their back. He wants them to have the kind of success in the league that is going to afford them everything that they want, and he never shies away about talking about those things. Just watch Devin Booker shoot 2 or 3 shots, and you can see why he's such an explosive scorer. A smooth stroke can hurt you in many ways, and once he gets locked in, as we saw last year with a 70-point game, he can become devastating.
And with Booker, that versatility that he has on the offensive end is a big plus for him. Not, Brent, just a jump shooter. He can post you up, and he can also hit from mid-range.
Yeah, there are other facets to his game that he'd like to explore. You think about his rookie season averaging about 14 points a game, and then in his second year already over 20. But I think that Devin Booker would like to shoot the ball a little bit better. Last season, just 36% from 3. That number will go up this year.
Now, here's Ulis. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Williams a screen, and they double up Jackson. Booker with it. George picks him up. Jackson a screen on LeBron. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 9. Lakers trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dishes it to George. It's Ingram on the wing. Inside, and the dunk by LeBron.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. It's deflected.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And the dunk by James.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this? Loves to attack the rim.
Phoenix leading by 3. And there's the feed to Booker. Williams sets a screen for Booker. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. 11 points in the game.
But his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
The Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And George kicks to Ingram. Out to Smith. LeBron passes the ball. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Jackson dishes to Booker. Warren on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by James. He feeds it to Ball. The dish now to George. To the paint. James kicks to Ball. LeBron passes to Ingram. And James throws it down.
LeBron, such a good job at reading where the ball was coming off that time, and nobody wanting any piece of him down there.
Phoenix is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Ulis kicks to Booker. Williams dishes to Booker.
I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Suns. Brandon Knight comes in for Ulis. Both free throws good from Booker.
Devin Booker is flat out a scoring machine. He shoots a pretty decent percentage from everywhere on the floor.
Down low, deflects the pass, stolen by Doug. To the middle, whoops, anticipated the pass, turnover. And George, here we go, count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And the shot is good. Knight's got his first points in this one.
I like seeing Knight take off towards the basket, using his blinding speed to get past and around the defense.
And there's the pass to LeBron. He kicks the ball. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-hander.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
The Suns making a switch here. Len's checked in. Ball. And again, no good by the Lakers.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Outside Knight. Warren the pass to Knight. Clock at 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, Knight as a decisive guard can be much better than when he's out there thinking through plays.
8 seconds left to play in the first. A nice shot by Booker.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
The 3 from George. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? You know, had the that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, because Chandler has got that covered.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Alex Len out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Knight in at the point. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Booker. Paul George with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Smith kicks to George. Passes it to Kuzma from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Dudley. Suns leading by 5. Knight dishes to Warren. Back to Knight. To the inside. And Len gets it to go on the assist by Knight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Last time the Suns saw postseason basketball was back in 2010. This team knows that the next step for them in the rebuilding process is to get back to competitive level of play. These Suns fans are certainly not used to not seeing postseason basketball in the desert.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Chris comes in for Warren. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Devin Booker. In the corner, George with it. Just 5 to shoot. And it's George again missing. And the Suns have had so much success as a franchise, Brent, for so long. This is actually their longest playoff drought in team history.
Yeah, they've had a ton of playoff consistency, and they're unlucky to not ever have won a title, especially during the years with Steve Nash and Marty Stoudemire when Grant Hill was added to that roster. Great talent and a great style under Mike D'Antoni. All those teams came up a little bit short, and they've got a young roster that's trying to get back, trying to experience and taste what it's like to be in those kind of games.
The Lakers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw good from Weber. Weber hits them both. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Suns leading by 5. Knight with it. George picks him up. Kicks to Dudley. Bledsoe left side. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix.
How about the interior game? Eric Bledsoe with that size and that width as a point guard scoring inside.
The shot's good from Kuzma. Now here's Knight. 5 points in the game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Chris in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Lakers trail by 4. Feeds it to Weber. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the paint. Looking for Prince. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And it seemed like Marquise Chris was not going to be denied, and he wasn't.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Hart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He dishes it to Weber. 4 on the clock. They set the pick. Here's George. And off the front iron, and in it goes. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job operating in the mid-range, using his size advantage to rise up and fire over the defender.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Suns.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost, it's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
Here's Ball after Eric Bledsoe's score. Ball with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Pass to Kuzma. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
A little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Big difference between aggressiveness and awareness. There's no way he's getting that rebound right there.
Alan Williams, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Williams. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Weber, the pass to Ibaka. Ron right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
Hard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Bledsoe.
Shoot it.
Williams kicks to Bledsoe. Now here's Ulis. Defense right on him. Over LeBron. No good off the front iron. Lakers trail by 3. And no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Out left to the wing. Bledsoe dishes to Jackson. And again, it's the Suns missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
There's a screen. Chandler with the screen on Weber. Over in the corner, Williams. Jackson from long range. But they recover it. And the rejection by Ibaka. The Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. 2 shots. And that one falls for Chandler. Well, you know exactly what you're getting with Chandler at this point of his career.
Well, Chandler, one of the few guys in the league who was drafted while I was still playing, Kevin. I guess I'm getting old, but not quite as agile defensively as he used to be, but still a guy who barks out orders from behind, a great locker room leader, and takes the time to help these young guys know what it takes to be a professional.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
And the Lakers making a change here. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Suns in second.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Chandler hits them both.
And it's fair to say, Tyson Chandler, not the player he once was, but still a fantastic rebounder and eats up space and does everything you want from a big man.
Now, here's ball. Off the screen. Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And with Chandler, Greg, he still rebounds at a fantastic rate, even though he's the team veteran. As long as he gets minutes, he'll get you some boards.
And part of that is because he's always been one of the smarter rebounders in our league. Just aware of how to set up and track the basketball after the shot goes up. And he makes great use of his length and strength.
Ingram. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ulis passes to Bledsoe. Jackson from long range. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Here's a look at the stats for Eric Bledsoe. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Ulis kicks to Bledsoe. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And the turnovers will kill you. I mean, that's been their undoing thus far.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. They set the screen. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. That's the ball from deep. The Suns trailing. Now Ulis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Williams inside. That one goes. Count it.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here is ball. Ingram dishes the ball. Three-pointer. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Now here's Booker. 15 points in the game. Chandler is screened. Booker with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Booker outside. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Suns. 40 seconds left here in the second. Ingram wide open. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Ulis passes to Warren. Takes it from 10. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Warren kicks to Ulis. Chandler is screened, and here's Booker from the arc. No good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Lakers lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. Looks like 2 different teams after the loss. What's the difference?
Well, we just can't allow them to stay around close. You know, last night we had a letdown. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, setting our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thanks a lot for your time. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The Lakers had some issues in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They were much more effective once the second quarter got underway, rallying to turn their deficit into a 3-point halftime lead. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. And kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And I love the game plan.
Los Angeles leading by 3. You look at this Suns roster, and the strength is in their backcourt for sure.
Yeah, both Booker and Bledsoe averaging around 20 points or more a game last season. Creating for others, though, on a consistent basis. I think something that backcourt can improve upon. And the Suns were near the bottom in the league in terms of assists as a team last year.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ingram is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Ball. And it's George in at the shooting guard.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
Here's James. Foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
I think about LeBron James, and it's not about the job, it's how you do the job. And he's been a professional every season that he's been in the association.
And it's Ball in the corner. LeBron outside. Ingram setting a pick for James. And James throws it down.
Well, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
Here's Bledsoe. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. He knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
LeBron against Jackson. Now, here's George. Tight defense on him. Yes, it is. For that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Booker against George. Chandler with a screen for Bledsoe. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Think about Eric Bledsoe in the early part of his career as an understudy to Chris Paul out of college, learning from both him and Chauncey Billups. That ain't bad. Didn't come into his own until he was finally traded and became a full-time starter.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And with Bledsoe, you hear him talk about getting traded, and it was a big moment for him in his career.
Sometimes you need a change of scenery, Kevin, and then other times teams tell you here comes a change of scenery. But Eric Bledsoe has shown under the tutelage of Chris Paul in the early part of his career in Los Angeles that he's ready to head up a franchise.
5 on the clock. And finished off by LeBron.
Making it look pretty effortless right now, LeBron James in a rhythm.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bledsoe outside. There's the pick. And Booker kicks to Jackson. Good. Nice assist from Booker. Jackson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Phoenix. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. James. Fires from deep. Ball kicks to George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 17 points for LeBron.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On the wing, Booker. Chandler outside. Back to Booker. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Chris. Shoots off the screen. No good from Booker.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Los Angeles keeping it alive. Fresh 24. It's tipped.
That's some good use of the length right there from Marquise Chris, reaching out and swatting that one away.
Booker the pass to Chris. And stolen by LeBron. Booker against George. And stolen by Chris. 4-on-3 break. No good from Booker.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open three for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Dudley comes in for Jackson. And it's Brandon Knight in for Booker.
No one to blame on that one but himself. When you get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Kuzma. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in. And now an 8-point Laker lead. Outside Knight. There's a screen by Chris. Lenz sets a screen for Knight. Bledsoe outside. 5 on the clock. Looking to end the run. Again, the miss by Knight. Lakers leading by 8. LeBron with it. And it's Knight picking him up. They grab their own miss. LeBron against Knight. James outside. Here's Kuzma. On target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
There's a screen by Chris. Ripped away. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Overnight. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that's now 19 points for LeBron. Suns trail by 10. Knight with it. He has 5. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Tough to contain Knight. Even when you do foul him, he can will shots past the defense.
So for the Suns, Alan Williams, who's checked in for Len. T.J. Warren comes in for Marquise Chris. And you is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's LeBron. 19 points in the game. Weber is screen, and they double up James. Here's Hart. Good, and the assist goes to James. Hart's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Williams a screen. Now, here's Ulis. Defense right on him. Dudley with a screen for Ulis. And it's blocked.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Hart the pass to James. Smith sets the pick for James. And stolen by Williams. Knight wide open. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Smith. And they're running. Got a hand on it. It's tipped.
You got it. Seriously?
Now Warren. Knight in the corner. inside. And the rejection by Smith. Now the Lakers on the break. James left side. Here's Weber. No good from outside.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Warren with the ball. He's picked up by James. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Well, watching T.J. Warren, you see a player who is always in control of every small action he makes on the floor.
Well, I think starting basketball games for T.J. Warren last year was a huge confidence builder. In his first 2 seasons, just 5 starts, but last year in his campaign, 59. He seemed to keep growing and growing in terms of that confidence that we're talking about, and then his ability to score started to blossom.
Timeout called the Lakers. George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Los Angeles.
The saying is live by the 3 and die by the 3, and they are living quite comfortably, I might add, out there. You almost expect every chance they hoist up to find its way through the netting. Right now, they are opening up a lot of chances inside as the defense has to respect them when they step up to the line from deep.
Now the pass to Kuzma. It's George on the wing. Passes to Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in.
Oh, come on.
Weber's got 5 assists in the game. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
Ball's checked in for Hart. Ulis kicks to Warren. Dudley with a screen for Warren. Knight in the corner. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jay.
Knight's capable of hitting the mid-range shot. The defense has got to do a little bit better job of recognizing when he's in that area.
The shot by George, no good. Suns trail by 9. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Williams kicks to Ulis. Rebounded by the Lakers. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You just can't allow ball to get comfortable when he's penetrating inside. He does a great job of using his size and those hesitation moves to draw fouls.
Jackson, he's checked in for Phoenix. And he can't hit the second. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Ulis, guarded by Weber. And here is Warren. Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. Here's Ball. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Ball's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Suns trail by 11. Booker and Jackson, the young perimeter pair. T.J. Warren out there with Alan Williams. And it's Ulis in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Williams dishes to Booker. 6 to shoot from 12 feet out. Another shot. A shot by Williams, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Dishes it to George. Smith the pass to George. Screen by Smith. From deep three-point range, and Paul George good for the 3. George has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Lakers. The feed to Williams. Jackson a screen on Weber. Picked by Williams. Warren on the wing. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
The dish to Warren. And Ulis has it in the corner. Shot from 12. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Back to Weber. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Ulis. Not a lot of room. Outside Williams. Now, here's Ulis. Guarded by Weber. And there's the foul. It'll go on Briante Weber. That's his first foul. Some changes for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Williams. Marquise Chris comes in for Warren. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Ulis. And the Suns call time. Always a fun topic. If you could start a franchise with one guy, who would that be? And a big part of that debate, proven veteran versus young guy with massive upside.
How long is my contract as general manager, Kevin?
Let's say it's a 4-year deal right now.
Okay, I'm going to take the young guy with massive upside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because if that pans out, my job's going to be 8 years with an extension, and you're hired.
Good, and guaranteed money.
And I'll find the veterans, Kevin, this is an honest point, that want to play with somebody like that. A young player that's drawing that much attention is going to make their jobs easier, and they're probably specialists in what they do, having been in the league that long. So the upside, I'll go with that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Earl Watson talking to his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the shot falls short this time.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Lakers head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right. Oh,
yikes. Wow. You got to hit Eric Bledsoe extra hard to prevent that type of scoring opportunity. Just too physical as a point guard.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's LeBron.
I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees it's enough contact.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Suns trail by 16. Over to the wing. Booker outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Booker. Up off the screen, and the dunk by Booker.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he could beat anybody off the dribble right now.
And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends them back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
To the inside, it's tipped. Back to Bledsoe. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Chris kicks to Bledsoe. Drops in the tray.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
There's a screen. Weber a screen. To the left wing. Fires for three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Bledsoe. Chandler. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
LeBron against Jackson. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
James, no good on the free throw. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I'll do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
Bledsoe against Weber. Releases from 15. It's good on the putback. And it's 6 points for Tyson Chandler.
Well, Chandler's being aggressive right now on the glass. Does a terrific job staying active and collecting the rebound.
Here now is Weber. There's the pick. Ingram with it. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. Chandler with the rebound.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Bledsoe. It's deflected.
Okay, you got it. You use this.
At the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. And Brandon Ingram, the 2nd overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
On the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
And that one falls for Ingram. Suns trail by 13. Booker with it. George picks him up. There's a screen by Chris. They set the pick from deep. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist in this one.
Marquise Chris is becoming a better scorer, more familiar with those areas on the floor. That time catch and shoot.
Jackson against LeBron. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light them up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
It's Ingram on the wing. Down low, Chandler with the steal.
Yeah, right.
Booker against George. Bledsoe left side. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Chris with it. Out guarded by Ingram. Ingram with the steal. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
And the Suns call time. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Suns trail by 11. Kicks it to Jackson. Chris with it, out guarded by Ingram. Bledsoe outside. 5 on the clock. Goes up to the stripe. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Lakers leading by 11. 1:41 left here in the 4th quarter. The drive by James to the inside. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Suns running out of time. Jackson kicks to Bledsoe. Yep, it counts. Bledsoe's got 12 points in just the second hit.
And you gotta love how Jackson shares the ball with his teammates. You gotta like that unselfish mindset.
Kuzma. And Chandler sends it back. On the wing, Booker, defended by George. Kept alive. Chandler. Off target at the rim.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Jackson against James. He feeds it to Ball. James, the pass to Kuzma. Front pass the arc. LeBron, no luck. Here's Bledsoe.
Come on, man.
The shot will not fall. Ball kicks to James. Now, here's Ball. He's guarded closely. Pass to Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
Well, you'd like to have a rewind button and get a couple plays back, but impossible at this point. Need better execution at times.
Seven seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Checking in for your Suns,
6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 8. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They get a hand on it, feeds to Len. A 3 ball misses there. And so the Lakers take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.